Starting an Etsy shop can be pretty demanding, and there's so much information out there that sometimes it's difficult to know what exactly to do. So in this video, I'm going to take you through 10 things to do before opening your Etsy shop, or I'm talking about 10 things that I'm going to do now that I'm opening a second Etsy shop. So let's step into the video and let's go through these 10 things. So the first thing to do when you come to Etsy is to set up your shop name and banner. So your banner is the entrance into your shop. If a customer comes to your shop, that's what they see, that banner and your shop name. That should be clearly written there, and also use keywords in the shop description. So like we can see in this shop here, they're selling jewelry, and you can see from the banner the big bold gold jewelry that they're selling. And you can also see even in their name, they've got jewelry in there which shows you what they're selling, what they're about. And even in the short description of what their shop is about, you can see they are selling handmade sterling silver and gold jewelry. So that's really good to use the keywords in your shop name and to show right in the shop banner what your shop is about. So if you did have a shop and you didn't put any banner, it would be really hard for people to understand what you're selling and what your shop is about. So first things first, your shop name and your shop banner. Number two, optimize your shop title and also your About Us page. So one of my favorite shops is Bailey Design Co. And you can see here she sells custom tumblers and sublimation designs. And when we talk about the About Us page, which you find by scrolling to the bottom of the shop, I like how she's used just some fun text and graphics to tell us a little bit more about herself. She's a coffee addict, she's a dog lover, she's a mom of four, and she loves to travel. So just some fun pictures that you can put in here to let your buyer know a little bit more about you. And the other thing not to forget to do is to fill out here your shop policies, your payment options, all frequently asked questions, so that when buyers come to your shop, if they've got any questions, they can see and read the frequently asked questions there. Let's move on to number three. Step number three, figure out who you're selling to and what you're selling to them. So this is where you're thinking, are you going to be a specialist shop or a generalist shop? And with the research that I've done, most of the Etsy gurus tend to talk about really sticking to one product and majoring on that product. And then when you find success, then you can delve into other products. So that's what I'm going to be doing with my shop. I'll major on one product, whether it's sweatshirts or t-shirts, and I'll get to know that product really well before I major into other items, or before I double down and use those designs in other products. So you need to know who you're selling to. Are you selling to moms? Are you selling to teachers? Are you selling to people who love dogs or people who love camping? And create products around the buyers that you're targeting. Number four, understand the importance of search engine optimization. So this means using resources like eRank to find out what's selling and what the buyers are actually coming to Etsy to look for. So you want to be looking at the keywords that have um, high search volume, meaning that a lot of buyers are coming to Etsy and typing in that keyword, but they have a low competition, meaning there are not as many sellers who are actually making that product. Or if you did decide to sell in a niche that is very competitive, you would have to niche down and start to look at very particular keywords or very particular niches that don't have so much competition. So using your search engine optimization tools is a really good thing as an Etsy seller. I use Etsy Shop AI, and I'll put their link in the description below. I also use eRank for my search engine optimization, keyword research, and I'll leave a link to them also in the description. So, knowing those keywords to use for your products in your product descriptions and your product tags is a really important step when you're starting off as an Etsy seller. Number five, research your competitors. So when you first start, find out maybe three or four shops that are selling the same product that you're selling. And one way to do this is if you come to Etsy and you search, for example, if you're selling t-shirts, you could just search for shirts, and then once you do that search, you can filter here by the best sellers. So that, and you can filter, item format can be just physical items, and you want to filter there by the best sellers. And what that does is it will show you those items that are selling well on Etsy, the ones that are popular now or have the bestseller badge. And then you just want to study those items. What colors are they showing on the main picture? What sort of fonts are being used, what sort of colors are being used on the t-shirts. So you're just learning from those t-shirts or the products in your niche that are doing well. So that's one good step, is just to study the competition and find out what works. Number six, use good product photos. So good product photos draw the customer in. When they see the product photo, they can see themselves wearing that item. They can see themselves actually buying that item and having it in their home. So having really good product photos is a really good thing to do. And when you're doing your listings, also having videos to show how that item is used in real life. Those lifestyle photos really help the buyer um, know and just relate to what you're selling. So using good lifestyle photos of someone wearing the item or someone looking at the item, that just helps to give the buyer some confidence. Number seven is to have a shop that's cohesive. What I mean is just having a nice color palette, or everything looks professional. You don't have red, blue, pink, green in the different listings. So I like, for example, this candle shop. You know what you're getting, and everything looks professionally set. So having a cohesive shop is really important. It doesn't confuse the buyer, and it gives the buyer confidence in what you're offering. Number eight, set competitive pricing. So, like I said before, getting to know what's selling and what prices those things are selling for. So, when I first started as an Etsy seller, I used to look at this price here, which is the display price, and I'd be quite discouraged and think, oh, this t-shirt is so cheap. What price can I put mine at? And look, people are looking at this t-shirt, so they're probably looking at the price and then looking to buy it. But this is called the display price, and once you start to click in and select what you want to buy and select the color you want, you'll see that the price changes. So the display price is usually set on one item. I've seen some of the sellers set their display price to maybe the smallest size, maybe small, and in a color that's not very popular, and they set their lowest price there, and then they adjust the price depending on the size or the color that the buyer chooses. So that's just one thing to remember. Look at what other sellers charging, and just place your price competitively. Um, it doesn't always mean that cheap sells, but once someone has seen your product and they like the picture they've seen, they're very likely to buy. So, competitive pricing is a really good thing to do. Number nine, ask for feedback. So once someone comes to your shop and they've purchased their item, you can set within Etsy um, follow up emails to go to them, ask them how they found their product, and if they can leave you a review. So Etsy does that. The customer will get, if they have a login to Etsy, they will see within their shop um, that Etsy is asking them to leave a review. Number 10, trust the process. Success does not happen overnight, it's a series of steps, and sometimes you're on a high, sometimes you're on a low, up the mountain, down the valley sort of thing. But I've found, and through the research I've done, the successful Etsy shops have stuck to it, posting listings on a daily basis, having targets on what listings to post, and just keeping on going, preparing for the huge selling seasons like Christmas, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, and having evergreen products in their shop that can sell throughout the year and not just on key holidays. So just adapting and learning and changing and tweaking your plan to suit. I know I'm going to I'm going to be doing that, and I know that eventually I will find success. So trust the process. So I hope these 10 things will help you as you set up your Etsy shop, and I will be coming back and letting you know how I'm going with my brand new Etsy shop. So thank you for listening, and if you like the content I'm posting here, please give us a like, going with or a follow, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.